Hello again and welcome back to Scott Wonder's World. It's just me. She might pop in, she might not. It's a bit of a different video actually. My good friend, anybody that knows our channel Scott Wonder's World was Beer Wonder, was Wonder Beer Wonder to begin with, knows that over the last coming up for 2 years actually, myself and Blue Van Man Dave have become pretty good friends away from YouTube. Met through YouTube, started communicating via Twitter, and sort of just they came down to pick their dog up from fairly close to us back in October 2020, and met up for a drink in that time, and we've become firm friends ever since. Obviously, we've become friends with Chris the Butcher as well. In that time, obviously, Dave's channel has erupted and he's literally just hit 150,000 subscribers. So, Dave, congratulations, mate. I know you're very modest about it, and how and the ways and wherefores of your channel. I've always enjoyed your channel. And to mark the not celebration, but the milestone, if you like, of hitting 150,000 subscribers, Dave's recorded a video called "Do You Really Want to Do YouTube?" And the pitfalls, the wherebys and wherefalls, and the hassle and the intrusion, and the things that come along with YouTube. I haven't seen this video. Dave has very kindly sent me the link and asked me to watch it and see what I thought of it. I said, well, I could, and I laughingly sent him a message saying I could do a reaction video if you wanted me to. Didn't expect it to come out of anything. He said, "Yeah, great idea." So here I am. I don't know what's in the video. I'm going to sit and watch it like you have, and I'll comment along. So I might not end up putting everything into the video. I might condense it down to pertinent points. I'm sure there's going to be stuff in here that I don't necessarily agree with, and there'll be stuff that I agree with as well. From our point of view, I started a YouTube channel just as a Mickey take of wonder, and it sort of, I didn't expect to last a week, let alone 3.5 years or 3.25 years. We're at 3.5, under 3,300 subscribers, something like that. Do you know what? And very humbled and just thankful for the position we're in, really. I've been at the stage where I've taken YouTube quite seriously. I'm at the stage now where I do it for a bit of fun and to enjoy spending time with Wanda predominantly. I know she ducks and dives and stuff in the channel these days, but I enjoy the beer videos. She doesn't want to get involved with the beer videos so much, so she gets involved with the stuff that interests her. Would I like her on the channel more? Yeah, but I also get the reasons why she doesn't get involved, and I'm sure whatever Dave's got to say in this video is probably going to echo some of my feelings towards it as well. I've had fallouts. I've made friends with people. I've fallen out with people. I take some of my share of the responsibility for some of that. But yeah, it's a weird place. Can be YouTube. So yeah, I'm gonna do I think it's 30 minutes long, half an hour long. So we'll watch it together, and I'll give my thoughts and cut in as and when I feel the need to. Dave, I think Dave's been very. I think he said he made some notes about it. So I'm interested to see what he's got to say. Because obviously Dave's in a completely different position to what the position we're in with the size of his channel. But at the end of the day, we'll do the same stupid hobby, and probably a lot of us get the same sort of grief that comes along with that. So without further ado, let's get the big lad on. I don't know, I'm going to work it out screen wise, and we'll have a listen to what the big chap has to say.
Right.
What I need to do first is record the screen. So just get that started. Right, start again.
Right, folks.
Right, folks.
Now, when people do a search on YouTube, sometimes they'll say, so you want to be a YouTuber. I've been on YouTube and had a look at some people on to say, so you want to be a YouTuber. They give it all the, oh, yeah, it's a great place. It's fucking great. Do this, do that. You know, it's a way of making money and having a great life. It's fucking not. YouTube is one of the most toxic places there is ever. Right? You've got people walking over other people to try and get to the top of this YouTube ladder. I'd love to know what's at the top of this ladder, because when you get to the top, there's only one way, and it's down.
So Dave's in a different position to us, obviously. Dave is at 150,000 subscribers. He openly admits that he had a huge help from True Geordie. Obviously, his channel, David built his channel anyway, was building steadily, and he grew exponentially overnight. And he's also been very grateful for that and very humble about that. So he's in a position where I think people have tried to take shots at Dave over the years and try and bring him back down to the one thing that you could never accuse Dave of, and is of being arrogant. Actually, when you meet Dave in person and you get to know Dave as a person, he's actually a really humble, genuine, honest guy. So I'm actually really looking forward to that. But the toxicity part of it, I completely agree with. There is a toxic nature to YouTube. I think you've got to have a certain personality to do YouTube. But yeah, anyway, let's crack on.
People do YouTube because they think they're going to be the next big thing. I'd say a lot of people do YouTube because they think they're going to be the next big thing. You think you're going to be loved and adored, you're going to make loads of money, you're going to have a big house, you're going to have everybody hanging on to every word you say.
Such a bollocks.
And
what Dave's saying.
They think they're going to make loads of money and they're going to get all the trimmings and it's going to be so fucking great. But it's not. It's not. Now I know YouTube.
The money in YouTube is negligible. Especially at our level, we're a monetised channel. But it doesn't pay for itself. I still put the money in monthly to pay for things for the channel. So it runs at a loss every month. Unless you get into the hundreds of thousands of, not just subscribers, but actually views. The views are an important thing. The 1,000 subscribers, 4,000 watch hours are the metric you have to hit to monetize your channel. But you don't then start making shitloads of money. That's not how it works. So yeah, if you're starting start a YouTube channel to all of a sudden think you're going to start making lots and lots of money, you're in for a bit of a shock.
There's a shelf life, right? I know my channel has a shelf life. It won't run forever. I don't want it to run forever.
All ours. Wind chimes.
When the enjoyment's gone, then I'll be gone. It's that simple, really. I don't think I'll ever finish YouTube because I have got other plans.
Much to June's chagrin, I think she wants to finish it now.
And when something else has happened, I will be doing a lot less YouTubing.
And we know that, Dave. Well, your friends know that.
Video every other day. And, you know, sometimes I do one a day, sometimes I don't. But
wind chime still.
YouTube has a shelf life, right?
Yeah, I agree with that. Every
keep your
Just going to stop there very quickly. Every YouTube channel is going to have a shelf life. Views go up, views go down. That you've got a relevancy in the relevant world. I know Dave's sort of gone on to political stuff as well as other stuff from just his food reviews. We've changed our channel up from just beer to do other bits and pieces, mainly to keep Wanda involved as well. So every channel has a shelf life. I couldn't agree more.
Got to keep going. Got to try to bring up new ideas. And when I started to do YouTube full time as such, when I did the video, I always said there was something else in the pipeline.
Yeah, we know what that is.
And that thing in the pipeline is going to happen soon, hopefully, touch wood. People seem to think that I would pack in a job that's like 38k a year, you know, and that was the basic. And that's not being big-headed, but that's what I'm saying. See, people seem to think I would have packed that in.
The amount of comments Dave had about so when he gave up YouTube, that he gave up his work at the factory, where he was a warehouse man, doing a really good job, I believe. He said that, so it might not be true. It is that people thought he was actually giving up for YouTube. Dave's always had something in the background. I know he's taken people that have knocked him. When's this coming? Whether he ever makes it public is entirely up to him. But he's got something, and he doesn't need YouTube at all. So it just makes me laugh when you see the constant sort of barrage of people trying to tear people down.
For YouTube, some say that I'll be begging for my job back and down the job centre.
Go on, Dave, go and beg.
Well, I won't. I won't be going back to my old job, and I won't be going down the job centre. I can assure you that I won't be doing none of that.
Oh, get down there, Dave. Start fucking begging for it.
But what I will say is that unless you're hitting at least 500,000 subs and you're hitting 100,000 views on your videos, and you're putting out, say, 1 or 2 videos a week with little snips as well,
yeah,
you won't make enough to live on, right? At my height, when I was doing really well, when everybody was like,
Dave's 6'4",
enjoying what I did and all that, and I weren't being all this political stuff and doing my voice of opinions and my let's discuss where people can't handle what I say.
On the subject of his let's discuss, I think Dave does realise that he's taken a route that not everybody's appreciated along the journey. People just want to see him fucking eat crap and fill his arteries and clog his arteries up. And yeah, Dave does badminton now. I don't know if I'm allowed to say that.
I was making over £2,000 a month, right? Now, £24,000 a year is not enough for me to live on. It was not enough for me to provide for my family, right? Because by the time you've taken out whatever you eat, or whatever you buy, or whatever you're reviewing, it's even less, right?
So that's on Dave's scale. So on Dave's scale, he's earning $2,000 a month. Obviously, he's quite right. We don't earn anywhere fucking near that. So we're funding the channel. I'm funding the channel. We get a bit back in for it, but it doesn't pay for it. And he's still got a family to feed. So YouTube on that money, $2,000 a month, isn't going to feed your family.
I don't know how someone with far less subs than me, right, less than half of what I've got, can provide for the family and do what they do. It's not fucking possible. It's not fucking possible.
I'll stay quiet on that
Don't
one.
care what you say.
I think we know who we could be talking about.
It ain't fucking possible. It ain't. And if you do say it, then you're a fucking liar, right? Because I was once said and talked about that why wasn't I a full-time YouTuber when I had around 80,000 subs? Because it doesn't pay the fucking bills.
Your mortgage.
YouTube, so people seem to think
Your mortgage. When all the other, especially now, the world's about to go to fucking shit. It ain't going to pay it, is it? So I completely agree.
when you do YouTube, you get over so many subs, and then it's like you're a millionaire. You're not. YouTube pay you fuck all.
Correct.
YouTube take a massive chunk out of everything. A super chat, they take 30% out of the super
30%.
chat.
Memberships, 30%. Everything.
Now I started YouTube as a hobby.
Good spit, Dave. Go on.
June and Ginge didn't want me to do it. Just didn't want me to do it.
Still don't.
Ginge was expecting to be bullied at school if it was found out that I was doing YouTube. Because let's face it, kids are cruel. Kids are bastards, right?
So are
Kids
adults.
are bullies. They don't care. The parents, they don't care, right? And she thought she would be bullied.
Mainly by a dad.
June didn't want our life on the show to be picked at, to be prodded, to be. It's like an autopsy. It's like people watch the video and
They think they know you.
very critical of what you say and do and wear, and they can even find.
It's like playground bullying.
Found fault with our kitchen. What the fuck's it got to do with you? Where our kitchen is like?
You've got a very nice kitchen, Dave. I've been in it.
It was okay. It was when Brian had me on True News, and all the kids started to work out who she was and who I was. It was fine. Gave her. It was like an endorsement. It was fine, and people and the kids at school loved it.
Ginge became the cool kid.
But people have a go at you. Right. This is where it gets toxic. YouTube is toxic because what happens is people don't like what you say or do, or they might like say and do what you like to say what you do, but they get jealous. They'll call you names, right? You get called racist, homophobic, transphobic, sexist.
Yep.
I was even called wife beater at one point. And those comments, although don't bother me, because I'm at the age where I don't particularly give a fuck
Dave's 53.
what people say about me. Don't care. You don't know it's true. It upsets the family.
I think that's a really good point. Dave set his channel up as his Blue Van Man channel up. It wasn't June's idea. It wasn't Ginger's idea. But they become a byproduct of that decision. Same as Wanda. So what happens is, and I know June's got involved in Dave's channel, and Wanda's involved in mine. And you can say, well, if you put yourself out there, Scott, Dave, that surely you're there to be shot at, and I agree with that. I don't actually have a problem with that. But there has to be a level that you can't go across, right? And some of the abuse that I've taken, some of the abuse that Wanda's taken, and I know June's taken as well. I agree with Dave on this point completely. And I've always been very much a case of, you can say what you like about me. I actually don't care. It's irrelevant. And I know Dave will say the same about him. But don't have a go at people that don't deserve it. So Wanda doesn't deserve some of the abuse she takes, and nor does June. Same with Chris and Lou. I know Lou takes a fair bit of abuse as well, and it's just not right. So there has to be a cut-off point of acceptability. What is acceptable for abuse? Because some of it is vitriolic and it's nasty and it's downright fucking offensive, to be fair. And it's not needed. We're here to have fun and hopefully a little bit of entertainment, not take fucking abuse like that. It's horrendous. And there's no comeback from YouTube, which I find absolutely criminal.
When people are saying these things, it affects them. Now, do you want that? Do you want people calling you racist, transphobic, homophobic, sexist, all these things? Do you want that for your family? Because this is what happens with the sick fucks out there in this world.
Yep.
People are cruel, right?
They are cruel. And they can sit behind... Sorry, I'm just going to butt in very quickly. Sorry, Dave. And they can sit behind an anonymous fucking login, say what they like, and YouTube did nothing about it.
And they'll find fault And that is why we've never had Ginge on the
It's like playground. It's playground mentality.
Ginge, sit here with me, so you lot see her. Yeah, there is a video out there when we went clay pigeon shooting, but you've never
With Uncle
seen
Albert.
her. And I consider that as protecting
Yeah, absolutely.
a kid, because
And you've done exactly the right thing. Your protection of your kids and your family is absolutely first and foremost and paramount. And full respect.
there is some fucking weirdos out there, and once their face is out there, that's it. You know what I mean? There's some sick fucks out there. These people are all big and brave behind a made-up profile, behind a made-up name, but they're not brave to your face.
They won't be brave for your face because they haven't got any fucking bollocks. They can, as you say, keyboard warriors that can sit anonymously under their... We've got one that's got about 30 different accounts that thinks he's fucking clever. And it doesn't offend me, but they can sit there, fucking idiot, but put you in a normal environment out in the workplace or in your day-to-day, whatever you're doing, they wouldn't do that because none of them have got any social skills. And I think that's the bit that really hacks you off, is that they can say anything they like and you report them and YouTube don't do anything about it. And it's disgusting. Go on, Dave.
Now, when the channel was growing,
Go on, Dave.
I was looking because Brian had been on True News. He took the piss, basically.
He did take the piss, yeah.
Took the piss out.
Fucking brilliant video as well it was.
In a good way, because what they were saying, I did actually find quite funny. If I was watching that video, I would have said pretty much exactly the same as them. Because
and if you haven't seen the video of True Geordie taking the piss out of Dave, go and watch it because it is fucking phenomenal.
So I was quite critical. I think when you do YouTube, you've got to be critical of yourself. You've got to find fault with yourself. You've got to laugh at yourself.
Yeah, being able to laugh at yourself is important.
Look at it from a different perspective. You've got to look at it in a different set of eyes.
I don't have to do a different set of eyes, Dave.
On YouTube, on True News, I'll be forever grateful for Brian for that.
Yep.
Because he did change my life. He actually got me off nights, right? Because I was earning enough money to come off nights. And I went to work in the warehouse. And anybody who knows that works nights, it's a...
I know that changed his. I know it changed their life.
Nights are a killer.
Obviously, Dave was working nights until True Geordie did what they did, help boost his channel. So though he didn't stop working, it allowed him a better work-life balance. And that's what we're all after at the end of the day, is a better work-life balance where we see our family and we can actually provide with a better lifestyle.
They do kill people because your body clock's all over the place and everything. And then it enabled me to get off my 12-hour shifts on the plant, and I went and worked in the warehouse, where I am a fucking good warehouse, right?
He's not boasting. He was a fucking good warehouse man.
Now, Brian made a video about me, about the sex show, and fair play to him. You know, it's what YouTubers like Brian do. It was almost as if he was saying, I like Dave, but I don't particularly agree with what he's saying. And that's fair enough. That's good enough for me. Because, you know, Brian's got to look after his own channel. I'm saying stuff really that...
As long as you're honest and your opinion is honest, I don't see a problem.
I've never said at the beginning. So it was almost as if it was like, look, Dave's doing his own thing. And we don't agree with Dave, or we might agree with Dave, but that is the way it is. So, you know, but fortunately, when that video did go out, Ginge wasn't at school, and you never know what could have happened. So, there it is.
Again, I mean, this is no go at Brian or Elliot, or not Elliot, sorry, Lawrence. Is the effect that certain things can have on kids. So they've made a video. I didn't particularly like the video, but that's me being completely honest. I know Dave never had an issue with it. I didn't like it, and again, you can affect people in ways that you don't understand. So I don't say, again, that's just my personal thing. I didn't like the video. What I saw of it, I watched about 10 minutes of it and turned it off because I just didn't like it. But I know Dave didn't have a particular problem with it.
When you put videos out about people, you have to think about their families as well.
Yep.
Now, YouTube has changed over the last few years.
Yep.
It's got more controlled.
Yep.
Very, very controlled.
Yep.
Since COVID, YouTube has basically controlled what people say. You can't come out there with an idea, with a theory.
Dave's used the word COVID. There was a stage during the pandemic. If you used that word, your video would be shut down. It has changed in the short time that we've been doing it. It is very controlled. YouTube's fucking magical algorithm that is the all-seeing eye on if your video gets shared, if your channel does well. It give fucking Stephen Hawkins a shakes.
If you don't fit into the YouTube jigsaw
Family,
or
the same.
whatever, they will strike you, cut you down.
YouTube does what it likes, and it has the ability to share your channel or not on your content.
I would love to do a video on an incident that happened in the early 2000s in America and go over that. But I don't think that I'd have to be
I don't know
able
what
to
he's on
do
about there.
I'd love to say my opinion on it. I don't understand why you can't have an opinion on something and say what you want to say. I'd love to know why this certain thing happened in the early 2000s, that things collapsed, imploded, and yet none of the other buildings around
I think he's on about 9/11.
damaged.
I like a conspiracy theory, so I'd actually be quite interested in that. Let's stop there. Just stop there. I'm quite interested. Me and Dave would discuss conspiracy theories. I'd actually be quite interested in that. Because I know there are all sorts of conspiracy theories around things like 9/11, the JFK assassination, Princess Diana, is Paul dead, Paul McCartney dead, Roswell, all of those things, all things, Flat Earth, all things that really interest me. So I'd actually be really interested, I'd actually be really interested in if Dave was to make a video about that, because that's the sort of thing that I would actually sit and really actually like to sit and watch.
An 8
But he's right. I'm not sure YouTube would actually share it.
collapsed. I'd love to know why insurance was taken out on certain things in the area that not any of the other. But you can't say it. You just can't say
Well,
it.
you can, but you risk censorship.
YouTube and they will warn you or remove you. You can actually say something that an MP in this country of England or UK or whatever you want to be. Personally, I'm English.
I'm English.
That's it.
That's not. I'd like to qualify that. I'm not a racist. I was born in England. I think that makes me English. It doesn't make me European. It's just that's how I feel. I was born in England. Surely that makes me English. If you're born in France, you're French. You're not fucking European. You're German. Germany, you're German. I don't see what's so fucking wrong with saying I'm English. Saying the Scottish got up in Scotland. If you're born in Scotland, you're Scottish. You're fucking another subject. I agree.
You can say something that an MP can say, and YouTube will take that down. It's very controlled. That's not freedom. That's tyranny. I know you want. Are you prepared to do that? Because I'm fed up being told what I can say and what I can't say. I can't even express.
I'm glad I just did beer reviews and food reviews of the odd piece of funny, because I wouldn't like that.
An idea. I can't even express a thought. Being struck. Are you prepared to do that? Are you prepared? YouTube trains you, right? It controls how you behave. At the beginning, when I started doing YouTube, it's like a drug. You're looking at the subs, you're looking at how many views you've got, you're looking at comments, you're looking at social blame. You ask your family and friends to help you share your video, to try and get you out there.
And they don't.
And they don't. You know, you say, well, can you share my video? Can you just put this out? Can you like it? Can you subscribe? And they don't really.
No, they don't.
But then as soon as your channel starts to grow a little.
And you feel a little bit, what's the word? Yeah, I've come back to it. I've lost, you feel like a bit, don't like tell people. Hard to tell people got a YouTube channel. Yeah, that's how I felt.
Right, and then you start to become popular, as I did over a short space of time. Every fucker's a YouTuber.
Embarrassed is the word I was looking for.
Expert.
Oh yeah.
Everybody.
Yeah.
How does that work?
Why don't you do this? Why don't you do that?
You don't do anything to help somebody. Then all of a sudden, what you should be doing is this. Why don't you do it like this? Why don't you do it like that?
Absolutely true. Oh, I've got an idea for you.
Because this is what happens, people.
They
If
swear
you
it.
do actually get a few fucking subs, you do start to grow. Everybody's an expert.
Yeah, I completely agree. I mean, that's a great point.
When you're doing this, you don't want to damage your channel by saying the wrong thing. You don't want to be controversial. Fucking heaven forbid you might think outside the box.
No, not allowed to think outside the box.
Heaven forbid that you might have an idea.
I ain't even got a box to think outside.
But there was one stage where people were going on at me because, let's face it, I fucking swear. I've worked in male.
Fuck, Dave swears.
Dominated environments all my life. If you don't swear, if you don't act like the fucking big man, or not the big man, but if you don't stand up for yourself, you get trodden on. And people were moaning about me swearing. Oh, we
Fuck off.
can't watch this with the kids because you swear. So I thought, all right, I'll stop swearing.
He was miserable as well.
I
remember that.
It would only just come out as an accident. Now, one day
Accidental swearing.
Because McDonald's are pretty big to review, right? The one way of getting views.
People complain, or people make comments about McDonald's, and from my channel, I know Dave does McDonald's, KFC, anything like that. It's going to get him huge views. The Binley Mega Chippy and all that fucking rubbish. For me, Brewdog beers, anything from Brewdog beer. Obviously, still predominantly a beer channel. Brewdog beers, supermarket beers. So I'm going to go to the content that A is going to help the channel, B might actually get close to fucking paying for itself, and C bring more eyes to the channel and get more views. So why wouldn't you do something that is going to grow your channel? And obviously, as a monetized channel, hopefully bring at least some monetization money back in for the fucking product you've actually bought.
Yeah, that's it. I sat there. I'm not happy with this.
I did tell you he's miserable, didn't I? I remember he messaged him, Chris and me and Chris saying about it. Fuck it.
Fuck this. If you don't like it, just don't watch. I never ask anybody to like. I never ask anybody to subscribe.
Nope.
Because that way I can always tell you to go. If you don't like it, don't watch me. I do YouTube for me.
Yeah.
And this is what I'm saying to you people out there. You do YouTube for you. Don't do it for anybody else. Don't do it for some bloke who lives in fucking Hull. Yeah, don't do it for some bloke who lives in Milton Keynes. Do it for yourself. Because if you don't do it for yourself, there's no point in doing this shit.
I completely agree. The one bit of advice I would give anybody is make content you want to make. If it gets views, if it doesn't get views, if you're happy with that video, then publish it. People can get so mired down in, oh, this will get this many views, I hope this does well. Fuck it, who cares, right? If you're happy with the content in that video, put it out. Because you've set out what you want, you've achieved what you set out to do. And I think that's the biggest bit of advice I could give anybody.
So anyway, I started swearing again and I was a lot happier.
Dave swears, so he was happy.
Right?
Much fucking happier swearing.
So much that you don't recognise yourself. Really does change you.
6 foot fucking 5. It's a bit hard to fucking miss it. It's like an eclipse walking up the road.
Then after COVID, I realised.
Use that word again.
It's not me.
Situation.
YouTube wasn't me. You could feel the restrictions. You could feel the fucking. It's like you're in a bubble. And the bubble's contracting on you through YouTube. You need to do YouTube because you get
character and absolutely fabulous bubble.
People. You want people to like you, but you feel the restrictions on you, and you think, "Oh, fucking hell, here we go." So I stopped voicing my opinion. And anyway,
wind chimes,
right, which I survived.
you ever seen Dave's video from when he caught COVID? The one where he came back and said, "Have you missed me, folks?" Go and watch that because it's to see the emotion and see the emotion in Dave, but also you can't see June, but you can hear the emotion in her voice. I defy anybody not to get choked up by that video. It's lovely.
I didn't feel like I was being true to myself on YouTube. And then it's like, I started to open up a bit and I started to go back to my old self. Now, I'm not talking about my old self of the early days when I first did Harry's Razors, right? I'm talking in the days before YouTube, right?
Pre-YouTube Dave.
Know me. People watch YouTubers and they all think they know you.
They do.
You fucking know me. You don't know me one bit.
I think that's a really good point. They see a microcosm of your life and they think they know you. I get accused of not letting Wanda speak, always putting Wanda down. They don't know me and Wanda. You don't know me and Wanda at all. You don't know Dave, you don't know Chris, you don't know Ben Bolks, you don't know True Geordie, you don't know Dean, you don't know PewDiePie, you don't know these people. You get a microcosm of their life, and then all of a sudden, people think it's okay to tear that person down when you actually, what you see with me is what you get. There's no act, there's no WWE character, Scott. It's just fucking me. And I know Dave's exactly the same. But yeah, you don't know, and people make assumptions about you.
Now that might sound a bit brash or big-headed or whatever.
Dave has got a big head, but it's like massive, man.
Know, man. YouTube changed. People say things like, "Oh, you're not like you used to be. I unsub it. I'm not watching you again." And it's like, you're not like you used to be. No. I'm not like I used to be. YouTube changes you. It's like it gets into your DNA and it affects you.
Excuse me.
And it's like people say, "Oh, I'm unsubbing." And like you think, hold on. Neville from Norwich is fucking unsubbed. And I'm
Newsflash, Neville's unsubbed.
supposed to lose sleep over this.
Newsflash, Dave's not left me.
I'm 53.
Dave's 53, I knew he'd get in there. So he's 54 soon, you know. He's going to fucking destroy me.
Nearly 54.
Brilliant.
Think about it. If you're a YouTuber, you've got to please everybody. You've got to follow the fucking horses and you just go along with the rest of the sheep. Bullshit. Be
Please,
true to yourself. If you do YouTube, be true to yourself.
Completely agree.
95% of YouTubers, perhaps 90%, of YouTubers aren't true to themselves. It's a fucking WWE character.
I must have been clairvoyant using the term. I agree. I know of people that have got YouTube channels that employ an extension of themselves, shall we call it? If that's how they want to do it, that's absolutely fine. I'm not criticising that. That's entirely their prerogative. But yeah, interesting.
I ain't the WWE character.
Newsflash, Dave is not a WWE character.
People on purpose. But I do want to be true to myself. People are so desperate to fucking make it to YouTube. They're so desperate to get that silver play button, just the silver play button, that they'll walk all over the family to get it. It's fucking sad. Some people even...
I've got one Leah made us, if that's any good, 1,000 subscribers.
Some people will put the children before their fucking... Some people will put YouTube before their children. And it does do that to you. We used to go out on the days and I'd take a camera to video it, and it's like, you're thinking, what the fuck are you doing? It's like, we just go out and...
Dogs.
On video and stuff, and like, Gingy's going, why are you videoing, Dad?
Guilty. I've been guilty of that. Wanda will tell you that. That drives her fucking mad.
Now, YouTube offer you no protection
No,
whatsoever.
zero.
In my eyes, they've offered me none.
Completely agree, Dave.
Like, you can put a complaint ranting about somebody, but they don't really do anything.
No.
I made up account by a made up email and a made up profile. It's there, right? And they can actually say practically anything about you with no fucking protection. I have no problem with people who actually make a video as such, but it's their face. But what I do have is when it's bullshit lies.
Oh.
You can block them and they'll come back with another account.
He's probably going to block me after this, to be fair.
YouTube don't offer no protection for you. We had one once who was following us on other channels, giving out personal information. Who were basically stalking us.
Why would you do that?
You can tell YouTube, but they don't do anything.
Why would you do that? There's some subnormal people in this world.
Make a video about you with absolutely no comeback, right? They can use your name.
I'm going to look through my fingers for this bit.
And your channel as clickbait.
Oh.
To promote their channel, to create income for their channel. And nothing will happen to them. They can practically say anything about you without any proof.
I know where this is going. Well, I don't know where it's going, but I've got a feeling I know where this one's going. Let's see where it goes before I comment.
And YouTube are not interested. I had it happen to me. Some fucking beer channel from Wales.
Yeah.
Just did a video talking about my downfall and
the rise and fall of the Blue Van Man and True Geordie's part in it. How's your cold, Dave?
Mental health and how he was worried about me.
Never picked up a fucking phone though, did he? Made a video.
And all of it were lies.
Bullshit.
None of it was fucking true.
Not an ounce.
None of it. And this is how you...
I'd like to quote, I'd actually sort of go back to that, because obviously that video's had 19,000 views. I did a video on that person to set some records straight, actually, and because I had enough. So I'm semi-guilty of what Dave said here, but there's one very clear difference, is everything that I said was absolutely true, whereas the guy that Dave's talking about talked utter bullshit.
YouTube gets people. YouTube makes people so desperate to fucking survive, to get in there, to get jealous. Where I'm not fucking jealous of anything.
No.
Couldn't give a fuck. Couldn't give a fuck about other channels. In one way, I'm not really bothered about mine.
Taking that a bit personally.
I just do this because I enjoy it. If I'd have had fucking 2,000 subscribers, I'd enjoy it. In fact, sometimes when you look at it, 150,000 subscribers is fucking pain in the arse.
Miles, a millstone around your neck, I would imagine. I know Dave said that to me and Chris.
That video about me that some Welsh beer reviewer did.
Who?
It was a joke. Nothing true in it whatsoever. Nothing. No. It's quite amusing how people can actually come onto YouTube and say things about you. Use your channel and another channel for clickbait to promote their own channel. So it's quite embarrassing, really, that you don't actually have the ability to do something. You know, I think it was probably one of the biggest videos this person had.
19,000 views, all lies, and you can say, and that's the half the problem is you can make a video, you can say what you want, whether it's true, lies, bullshit, semi-truths, half-truths, stick it out there, and there's no recourse for it. Doesn't seem right.
And it was all because of me and somebody else in the title. It wasn't their ability to make a video. So to make a video about my mental health was quite ridiculous, really, because that video could have actually pushed me over the top. There was no concern in there. The only concern was making fucking money.
Dave had a cold for 4 days. He sounded like a fucking Dalek. And then the guy had to go that me and Chris had to made a video about Dave and how we fucking knew he was all right because we speak to him every day.
But I'll say one thing. There was a YouTuber who did ask about my mental health because I'm angry. I'm an angry man at the moment. I'm angry at the world and the way
Dave's angry.
And there was one YouTuber, Jackmate, he actually dropped me a line to see how I was because I was tweeting stuff and that. And I'm grateful for Jackmate for that because he actually
took the time
about me. I have changed a lot in the last year, so I can understand what he means. That's what a friend does.
Yep.
Well, that's what somebody who's concerned does.
Yep.
I've seen people on YouTube now who've got like some trying to trouble.
I'd also like to say, and I don't know if Dave's, but me and Chris are in daily communication with me and Chris are in daily communication with Dave, and I'm sure Dave's in communication with friends and people away from YouTube. And we knew there was no issue. We knew Dave was okay. But the fact that Jackmate, and you know, I've got a lot of respect for Jackmate. I never met him, but he did a little thing for our charity thing last year. So I'll always have respect for that. So yeah, I think it shows that thing shows what a sort of human being you are. You haven't got to make a fucking video. Oh, I'm concerned about someone. Hello, are you all right? Makes a difference.
I'll drop him a message on Twitter and I'll say, "Are you okay?" I don't need to tell everybody who I've tweeted and that, but I do it. I've actually tweeted people and said, "Are you okay?" and gave people trying to help them just a few words of encouragement, a few words of advice from an old man.
I heard the calls of Samaritans have gone through the roof. That was a joke.
I don't need to do a retaliation video. That is the most retaliation I'll do.
Might agree to do that.
Now, I can honestly say, when I've helped others channels, I did it to help them. No matter if they were bigger than me or smaller than me, I've done it to help them. Yeah. I've gone on to other channels who are far bigger than me to help them because that's what I do. I'm a very fortunate man to be in this position where I can help people.
He's a very fortunate man.
So no matter how big or
Newsflash.
how small, I've helped channels that, you know, podcasts and stuff like that, I've been on to help them. I've helped kids with the school projects. Fuck knows why they want me.
Those kids are now those kids are now struggling for GCSE results.
People make out of the mate, but they won't. They'll stab you in the back for the growth of their own channel.
Correct.
For a view, they'll do it. They'll fucking stab the granny in the back, to be fair. I'll tell you what, they get COVID and go and kiss her.
My nan's dead. Dave's nan's dead as well. My mum's dead as well. Dave's mum's dead.
Some great people via YouTube. Brian, Lawrence, and Robbie Knox, and Jack May, Jamie Vardy, A.B. Damon, the lovely A.B. Damon from.
But Dave sent us a message once where A.D. Damon's on. Is he BBC Leicestershire, something like that? And Dave was listening to the radio. He was listening to the radio, and he got annoyed and sort of phoned up, and it turned out he was listening to the wrong radio station.
Yeah, Radio Leicester. I wish this.
Radio Leicester.
Slot around. And I've made some great friends as well. And you people out there know who my friends are from YouTube.
It ain't me.
Either on my phone, you're on my WhatsApp, or I've tweeted you personally. And I love you all, and I thank you all for the support.
Going in a funny direction, isn't it? Mate, we love you too, mate. You're a good man.
I want to do more podcasts. I enjoy doing podcasts. I really enjoy.
Well, Dave loves his podcast.
YouTube control what you say. You get comments on YouTube now, and like most of them are, well, not most of them. You always get a load of porn links, don't you? Why don't YouTube do something about that? I'll tell you why. It's because the fucking money they make.
You can set up certain things within YouTube in studio called YouTube Studio, where you can filter stuff out. I don't want to see that. We get exactly the same. I'm sure most channels do. No one doesn't want to see it. So you can filter that so that goes into the health review and just fuck it off. Because I completely agree. The fact that that YouTube do nothing about that is absolutely disgraceful.
They make the money and they don't care. It's just money making machine for them. Now I don't know how this video is going to go down with YouTube. They'll probably watch this and then probably fucking strike me or something.
Oh fuck me, that's me done then.
But to finish this off, right? If you want to do YouTube, you've got to ask yourself: I wrote this down. Do you want your life invaded? Right? Because it does invade your life. Severely invades your life. You have to be a strong person, a strong character to not let YouTube take over. Are you prepared to have criticism and accept that criticism?
No.
Or are you going to go off on one?
Go off on one.
Yeah. Because people will criticise, people will poke you and prod you with a shitty stick to get a reaction.
Bit rude.
Are you prepared to have your family and your friends ripped to bits? Right? Me and June have done videos of cooking and stuff, and some comments are really cruel.
They are. I completely agree.
I'll tell you what, I personally, I don't give a fuck what you say about me. Not bothered one bit. And June's not bothered about her. But the thing is, when people say it's about each other, then you go.
Yeah, I agree.
Are you prepared to be stabbed in the back?
No, no one is. We've got another 2 minutes. I'll finish that in a minute.
Are you prepared to be stabbed in the back by people who get jealous because of what you achieve and they want it and they can't have it because they haven't got the skills to do what you do? Unless you're prepared to compromise your integrity and freedom of speech, don't rely on YouTube. Don't. If you're going to go out there and just do a few cooking videos, do this, do that, then fair enough. But it will control you what you do. You see, I'm not bothered. If I get 10 views and only 1 like, as long as I have said what I want to say and not been restricted by some multimedia company, then I'm happy. The question is, will you? If you want to do YouTube, you have got to be thick-skinned and be prepared to have people come after you and criticise. Please think about what you do before you join this YouTube fucking merry-go-round. It's toxic. It can destroy marriages. Me and June have rowed over YouTube because I got too caught up in it. It is like a drug. And I apologise to June for dragging this into our lives. Do you want that? YouTube isn't the be-all and end-all of anything. You get a proper fucking job. People have come up to me and said, oh, you've inspired me to start a YouTube channel. I think, oh, for fuck's sake, not another one. Get a fucking job.
Get a job.
Get a job. Earn your way in life. This YouTube is dangerous.
The last bit there. Apologise to June. Do you know what? I get it. I get it completely. Wanda doesn't want it in her life half the time. She doesn't mind doing the videos and that, but it's the stress it caused. It causes. Sorry. We have argued. We're not so bad these days over the channel, but it's caused massive arguments before. I've made friends with people. I've lost friends. You know who they are. Don't have to name them. I used to appear on channels I don't have me on anymore. That's largely due to one man. But you do become thick-skinned. You do. You do. Dave's right. It is a drug. We put out videos most days, not every day, and I'm not at the stage anymore. I think I've got to get one out today. Got to get one out today because most days. I'll probably have a couple of days when there's not. It doesn't feed my family. It doesn't even fucking pay for the channel. But I think there's some really pertinent points in Dave's video. Obviously, Dave's on a whole different fucking level to what we're on, and we'll never be at, in all honesty. So, sort of, Dave's looking at it from this point up here. We're looking at it from fucking this point down here. But the problems are the same. YouTube don't protect you. It is toxic. You can say one thing and completely offend somebody that you didn't mean to. I did that with one I thought was a friend of ours the other week, a subscriber of ours that we spent the day at Brew London with. Completely innocent remark, and now doesn't want to speak to me. Absolutely his choice. So it is mentally taxing at times, because you don't want to upset anybody. I think people get the wrong impression about me on certain videos that I've done. They think that I'm this brash, fucking loudmouth. And although I can be like that, I do have a sensitive side. That's not me. But what I don't tolerate nastiness towards either me or my family. And if I see something that annoys me, I will call it out. And drives Wanda to distraction, because I've lost friends from it, and friends that will probably not be my friend again, and that's entirely their choice as well. So I agree with the vast majority of what Dave said there. If you're looking to start a YouTube channel, or you have a YouTube channel, my one bit of, I've said it earlier, one bit of advice I would give to you, there's a few. Don't take it seriously. Make content that you want to make. If it gets 1 view, 1,000,000 views, it doesn't matter. If you're happy with that video, that content, that should be enough. Don't strive. I never set up a channel to strive towards monetization, because I didn't think it would happen. As you get closer to it, obviously that goal changes, but it's never changed me as a person. I go to Dean's Beer Reviews, one of my best friends that I made via the media of YouTube, and he's always said to me that I've always been exactly the same since the day I started the channel. We had 42 subscribers when we ended up on the Dean's live stream back in August 2019. And he said, "You've never changed," and I'm very proud of that. I've always just been me. Wanda is never going to be anything different than she is. I've made some very good friends from this. You know, again with what Dave said, you know who you are. I don't have to list those people. You're on WhatsApp. You're in Messenger. Facebook. You're on. I've deleted the Twitter because it was just toxic. I didn't want part of that. So, yeah, you know who you are. If you're gonna do this fucking ridiculous thing, do it for the right reasons. I think you need a thick skin. And you need to look after your family first and foremost, and protect them from what, frankly, some absolute fucking nutters out there, to be fair. We do this because it takes a strange and weird human being to want to do a YouTube channel. We do it for fun. We do it hopefully to entertain. We don't do it for the abuse, the toxicity, and just the downright nastiness that it brings. Hope you've enjoyed that. I'm off for some dinner. Didn't realise it was done for an hour. Yeah, hope you've enjoyed it. Completely agree with what Dave said. Leave your comments in the comments below. If you'd like to subscribe to the channel and you're new here, then feel free. There's a thumbs up or a thumbs down. You hit whichever one you think suits your mood best. And me and Wanda will see you very soon. Have a good evening.